Hello guys, welcome to this video. This one is paper October-November 2022 961842. So let's get started. So question number 1, it says a computer program is needed to store jobs in order of priority. Each job has a job number, for example 1 to 3, and a priority from 1 to 10, with 1 being the highest priority and 10 the lowest. The program stores jobs in a global 2D array. Okay, so you always highlight the important stuff, like it says that it's a global 2D array and it stores the jobs. Okay, and the pseudocode declaration for the array is this. Okay, so I should highlight this too, because you're eventually going to convert this thing later into the programming language. So for example, jobs 00 stores the job number of the first job and then stores the priority of the first job. So basically, okay, it's a 2D array with the job number and a priority. So like here you have job number and then you have priority, if you could see my cursor. So global variable number of jobs stores the number of jobs currently in the array. Now A part says write a program code to declare the 2D array jobs and global variable number of jobs. So this is pretty much easy. It's just like 3 marks for like a very pretty easy thing. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to declare the array. So in Python we just do comments to be on the safe side, just like a pseudocode, because we can't like declare in Python that way like as we do in Visual Basic or any other programming language at the moment. So I'll just do it like, because we are allowed to use Visual Basic in Python and Java, but I haven't used Java, so we'll just go with Python right now because it's the most easiest and commonly used. So okay, so we'll declare as array 0 to 99. That's why I said just highlight this thing. So this is basically the 0 to 99, I think is a job number, and then priority. Wait, let's see. So declare the global 2D array. Well, let's see first. So we're gonna do it off integer. Okay, and then okay, and then okay, so pseudocode declaration for the array was this. So which means we have 99 rows, row column. So we have like 99 rows and just 1 column. Wait, wow. Okay, so to visualize this, what you do is basically you'll go down and there would be, here is it, job number and priority. So that means if we have an array from 0 to 99, okay, so we have like 99 jobs then? Sorry, 100 jobs. And then 2 columns. Okay, let's see. So we did this, write a program code to declare the global 2D array jobs and the global variable number of jobs. So you will do this as global number of jobs. Okay, and then so next you have declare the, yeah, it's fine, sorry, I just got confused. So I think we're good with this. It's literally 3 marks, but you just need to be careful. So anyways, then we go with the second part that says, okay, let me minimize this anyway. So the second part says the procedure initialize. So we have a procedure over here, initialize, stores -1 in each of the array elements and assigns 0 to the number of jobs. Okay, so now you have to write a program code. So we have a procedure which is basically initialize. Okay, And then, okay, one thing I forgot to do is it clearly says global 2D array jobs, right? So here I should do global jobs as well. Okay, and then okay. All right, then we're gonna do initialize def. That's the actual thing method to do. Initialize. We don't have any parameters because they didn't set that. And then we're gonna go with the initialization because it's like storing in each of the array elements and assigns 0 to the number of jobs. So number of jobs is fixed, right? Because number of jobs is just variable, a global variable. So like this graph would be just 0. So I think I should just do number of jobs to 0 first. Okay, and since these are global, I'm just gonna write them here too. Okay, number of jobs. Okay, and then I'm gonna initialize them inside, and then I'm gonna do number of jobs equals to 0. This is just going to assign 0 to the number of jobs, which is pretty easy. And you just do it to 0. And for each of the array elements, so since we are using a 2D array, so you can just go with a loop for an array. For any array, we just go for a loop for like initializing stuff. So you'll just go with the for loop. So we'll do for x in range. So we have stores -1 in each of the array elements. So like this is your, okay, let's go forward. This is your array, right? So you're going to store -1 over here, job number and priority. This is all going to be -1. So you go from like 0 to 100. Like if it's 0, let me draw here. So if it's 0 and this is 100, so you go from 0 to 100, right? So we'll just go with 0 till 100, or you just go, okay, 200, yeah, because it's 99. You don't even need to write 0. I think it's fine either way if you write it, but anyways, because when we use for x in range, it's like 0 to a value but not including the range value, that's 100. So it would be like from 0 to 99, right? So it's gonna iterate, and then we're simply going to append jobs.append -1 and -1. So it simply works with like when x is, oh, and I need brackets here because it's a method. So it's just like it goes through each of the this column over here. So it's like -1 here, and then oops, just a second. So it goes through here and it appends -1, -1, -1, -1, and it goes on till it's done. So we're fine then. And then we already initialized number of jobs to 0. So yeah, we're good. Okay, next we go to next part. The procedure add job, okay, add job takes a job number and priority as parameters. So you are always giving like what parameters you have to take and what not. Like if you don't need any parameters, obviously they won't tell you. So stores the job in the next free array element, okay. Outputs added if the job was successfully stored in the array. Outputs not added if the job was not successfully stored. So that's why the main point of checking the space, if it's free or not, it's like just because to check if it won't be added successfully. Like not added would be just output when there's no space in if the number of jobs equals to 100. Like if there's no space, like you have those 100 jobs, that's full. So because those 100 jobs are actually this. So when you don't, well, just let me draw. Oops. So these 100 jobs, when you don't have space in this array, obviously you can't add. Otherwise, you can just keep adding and adding. So it's pretty easy. It's just 5 marks. It's like more. I feel like it's like a lot of marks, but anyways. So you just have to go through the instructions and you write def add job, and this is gonna be def add job. Oh, sorry, I forgot the parameters. So you have job number. Oh, so we have number of jobs. Yeah, job number was number of jobs initially. Oh wait, no. So no, number of jobs. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm just doing it the first time, so I got confused. But anyways, job number, and then you go with the priority. So this is like something which will be entered as parameters later on when we call the function or whatever. Like, we just have to follow the instructions over here. So yeah. Now I don't know if there's like a need to like do this, because I feel like it's already global, so you don't need to like add it again and again. I'm just moving it from here. It doesn't. It's just an edit. Anyways, so then we're going to do job number and priority is there, right? And then stores the job in the next free array element. Now we know so priority is like any number from 1 to 10, and job number can be any number. So store the job in the next free array element. So how do we know if an array element is free? So when we initially initialized, we knew that the number of jobs was equals to 0, right? So what we can do is we can do if number of jobs, because it's obviously going to be used somewhere, right? So if number of jobs equals to if number of jobs is it's not equals to 100, okay? If it's not equals to 100, that's what we are checking, that if it's not equals to 100 right now, right? If it is, then it's obviously not added. Otherwise, if it's not equal to 100, if it's not full, then what do? You just do jobs, oops, and the what index do we have? So we are running the array through indexes like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 100, right? So job number, jobs, and then the index, right? So number of jobs but since we know that jobs was a 2D array, right? So we do have the number of jobs, but then what would be the next thing, which is like 0, 1, right? So number of jobs, this is like this one, number of jobs, and then what about the priority, right? So we also need to consider that what is the priority right now. So jobs 0, which means I'm gonna do number of jobs. Say the number of jobs is 0, it's initial right now, right? So at 0, 0, because this is then 0, 1, right? 0 and 1. I hope it's clear. I'll just remove this. So this is 0, okay, and this is 1, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you'll do is we are going to store the particular job number in here, right? Imagine 12 is not here right now, okay? we're going to store. So what do we need to store it in? So we need to do it jobs, then number of jobs, because number of jobs is initially 0 right now, for instance, and then at the index 0, then you will add obviously what? Job number. And then similarly we do jobs and then number of jobs, because the column is going to remain the same, right? Sorry, the row is going to remain the same, but the column is going to be different. So it's going to be 1, which is the priority basically. As you can see, this is the priority. So then 0 and then 1, we store the priority from the parameter that was given. Okay, so we're done here. Okay, and then for the next step, so since we are running this on the basis of this procedures running on the basis of the number of jobs, right? So every time you add a job, you increment the number of jobs by 1, right? So number of jobs equals to number of jobs plus 1. Okay, and then yeah, that's fine. And yeah, one more thing was you had to like print output added. Yeah, so you will do print added. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much fair. Then you do else if it's not equal to 100. Well, you know what, if it's not equal to 100, it can be 0 and the same would happen. Wait, I think it was wise to put. So what am I doing here? I'm saying if it's not equal to 100, then do this, right? Okay, imagine if it's for instance it's 0, because it says it's not equal to 100. So no, wait, I think I'm fine. So if it's not equals to 100, I do this. So if it's not equals to 100 means I think it's fine, because yeah, I think it's okay, because even if I do else and I just do print not added, it's going to be okay. I think so. Yeah, not added, because we're just checking if it's equals to 100, right? So either way, if we just rotate it, in case like if number of jobs equals to 100, then print not added. I mean, it's the same. Yeah, so yeah. And if it is equals to 100, just print not added. And then is there anything else left? I think that's it. Fine. And then let's go to the, oh, we have more? Okay. Anyways, so the main program should call the procedure initialize. Oh, we do have testing, so we'll be sure about whether we are doing it right or not. So the main program should call the procedure initialize. Okay, I'm gonna remove everything now because it's too messy, or it's fine. Okay, so the main program should call the procedure initialize. Okay, call the procedure initialize and then use the add job procedure to store the following jobs in the given order. Write a program code for the main program and perform the task described. Oh, okay. So you have to store these jobs in the following order given. Okay, so now we're gonna store these. So this is just 2 marks and we need to be pretty quick because it's not a lot of logic. So initialize is just one, the main program, So we'll just call this in the main program. It's the procedure supposed to be called in the main program, and then initialize. Yeah, my spellings are correct. And then we have to have add job, and this is going to be with the job number 12 and priority 10. And then I'll just copy and fix, because we do have like other copy. Five 26 9 23 8 12 9 and 78 1. So 12 10, just to confirm, 5 26 9 33 8 12 9 78 and 1. Yeah, we're good. Okay, and then okay, make sure you keep pasting this in the evidence document. It's with the zip file that we have. So yeah, and then part E, let's go to part E because this is going to be the actual one after this. So okay, so it's 5 marks worth, and now comes the main game, which is insertion sort. So when a new job has been added, the array is sorted into ascending numerical order of priority using an insertion sort. Write a program code for the procedure insertion sort to sort the data into ascending numerical order of priority. So when we do with the insertion sort here, so it says that the important thing to remember here is the ascending numerical order of priority, right? So it's ascending, right? Okay, so let's start with our insertion sort, right? Okay, so let's go over. Now we need to like really have a full view of how this is actually going to work, because we're just going to play around this whole thing, this whole column and stuff. So alright, now let's get to our main program. So yeah, wait, what's there? Jobs. Jobs. Oh, okay, I didn't really define jobs as an array. So just give me a second. Jobs is equals to, so we're just going to declare the 2D array like we usually do. So let me just do it. How can I? Oh my god. So we're gonna do jobs equals to, okay, just a second. So it's gonna be here, jobs equals to, so I'm not going to initialize it here right now because you have to do it in the procedure. So multiplied by the number of columns, which is basically 2, and then we do for row in range. And how many rows do we have? We have about 100 rows. So yep, that's it. And now we are, oh, okay. Alright, so I just figured out there were some problems with the global variable, because it was assigned, it was declared globally before it was initialized. So I made it global like inside the procedure and also over here, so that we are just using it inside the procedures, so it's just going to be there. And then for here, instead of like doing that long procedure, I just realized that jobs is basically the number jobs and then in brackets number of jobs. So it's like if I open paint, just give me a second, I got it now. So it's like we have, okay, so we have an array, don't mind my drawing please. So and it's like let me just draw it again. Where did I draw it? Okay, yeah. So we have like job number here and the priority, right? So we are saying that we are doing it according to the number of jobs, which is a separate index over here, 1 2 3 4 and then till 100, right? So this is basically the number of jobs and this is acting like an index, right? So if we are doing jobs and then in bracket number of jobs, it means like jobs comma 0. So at this index we can simply add job number and the priority. Okay, so simply we can write job number and priority in these square brackets. So then it will be simply added, like instead of doing the whole procedure of like 0 and 1. It was getting confusing, so we can just do it like that. It would be directly added. Like if we are doing add job 1210, now if I just run it like that, so oops, so if I do over here, okay, oh okay, we're running out of space. So if I just run this separately, it's like, oops, okay, so if number of jobs not equals to 100, no it's not, and then jobs, number of jobs, which is job 0 equals to job number and priority. So the first one is 12 and 10, right? So we just entered 12 and then we entered 10, okay, and then we do number of jobs equals to number of jobs plus 1, so it's going to be 1. Then this was 0 1 and then again you do the same things whenever add job is called. So I hope that's clear. Oops, okay. And then for the insertion sort now, let's start with the insertion sort and make sure it is like, so now we're going to mainly focus on this one, priority now, because we're sorting according to the priority. So insertion sort, we don't have any parameters here. Okay, so insertion sort is usually used when the array is like almost sorted by theory, and as we can see that it is almost like it is sorted, but it's in the ascending order, right? Sorry, descending order. We need to do it in descending order. And then usually in an insertion sort, we consider the first element, which is like this 0, as already sorted. That's what usually we do. So theoretically, so we'll just start our number of jobs, because we are running using number of jobs in an index over here, so we're going to do it from 1, right? So let me write it over here first. Okay, so it's going to be for pointer in range one comma number of jobs. So we're going to do it from the second element, because we consider the first element as already sorted, right? So the first line, job number, the priority, this one is considered as already sorted, and we're going to start from here. So let's go into it. Number of jobs, and then okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to see both of these values right now, because we have to like, so the major sorting would be like, so we need 1 to be, we need to do it in ascending, right? So we need to do 1 on the top and then 8 and then 9 and then 10, right, initially. But we also need to move these job number values as well along with the 1, so we need to move this whole block up there. So that's why, oops, okay, we need to store these values in a variable, which we can do value 1, which is basically the job number. Value 1 equals to jobs pointer, and then 0. Okay, we're storing this job number right now. So pointer 0 and then value 2. We need to do iteration anyway. Looping anyway, because we are doing insertion sort right now and we need to like compare and contrast, so obviously. So we'll do jobs pointer and then 1. All right. Okay. Then what we have is, so initially what we do is we just give a random, we just assign the current value of pointer to another variable, which is position, because we're going to use a while loop. So we basically use 2 loops in insertion sort by default. So the outer loop, for loop, is going to check like each element, and the while loop is basically finding the correct position of the element. So let's do the position. So while, and we don't want to lose the original value of pointer right now, so we'll just keep it as it is. So for the while loop, so while position, obviously positions should be greater than 0, and jobs. So okay, now is the real compare and contrast. Now when we are starting to compare from here, we need to see if this value of priority, right, is, since we need to do it in ascending order, right? So ascending order means that, ascending order means that we need to make sure if position -1 is greater than this value, because if it's greater, like if this value is greater than this value, so I'm talking about, let me just use another color. Oops. So if this value, this red colored value is, so it's just the manual swap now that we always do in bubble sort as well. So it's going to be jobs position 1 equals to jobs position -1. Oops. First I'm going to do with the 0 one first, like just to be in the order. So now what happens is that this value, right, it goes here, and this thing was already being emptied because we stored it in value 1 and value 2. That was the point, okay, of making these two variables value 1 and value 2, because now we have this empty space in this one thing right now, so we can eventually store this. Okay, so and then we do jobs position 1 equals to jobs position -1. Okay, and now you do position is equals to position -1, because that's something we always do, because we're checking because if we do, now when we do like position -1, it's just like now I do it's 1 right now, so it becomes 0, right? So position becomes 0 right now. So what you do now, what's the reason for this? Let me tell you. So now position is 0, right? And the while loop finishes right now because it says while position is greater than 0. So it's 0 right now. So what will happen is jobs position. So position is 0 now, right? Jobs position is 0. And your values were already swapped. Now this 12 and 10 is here now, but 5, 26 and 9 is somewhere in value 1 and value 2, right? So you need to put them in 0, right? So in the index 0. So that's why you'll do job position 0 equals to value 1 jobs position 1 is equals to value 2. Okay, that's pretty much it. And then again, since it's a for loop, it will again go for pointer in range 1, and so pointer in range, now pointer was initially 1, right? That's why we did it. We used another variable for position, like named position, because we didn't want it to lose the value of pointer. So now the pointer is 2, and then again the same thing would work, and it would be pretty much the same. So yeah. Then for the F part, the procedure print array outputs each job number and a priority on a line. For example, 123 priority 1. Write a program code for the procedure print array. Okay, that's pretty simple. So we'll just loop through each of the where does my cursor go? Okay. So let's start def for x in range. So the range that we have is number of jobs and then you'll simply do 123 priority 1. So 123 was outputs each job number and priority. Oh, okay. So job number and then priority, right? So okay. So since we're iterating through, we can simply do print and then we can do okay. So we need like job number. I'm using like another variable right now, so or I could simply do number. Okay, number equals to jobs x0, because we knew that from the index above. Okay, oops. Okay, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So yeah, oops. 0 and then priority jobs x and 1. So yeah, and then we're going to simply print str number. Wait, we do have like a priority thing. Priority number. Let's do it priority number because I think we have another variable with that, so let's don't do any confusion. So str this, and then you do priority, and then you do str priority number. That's it. And then for the final G part, I think it says the main program needs to sort the array and then output the contents of the array. Amend the main program by writing program code to call procedures insertion sort, and print array. Okay, so you just do insertion sort. Oops, I actually left a space over here. I I was focusing, but I wasn't into the full screen of Python anyway. So yeah, I think the indentation works fine. Yeah, it does. So okay, we're going to call insertion sort, and then we're going to call print array. Oops. Okay. Is there anything else? Print array, and then test your program. So oops. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay. So we have like added 5, and then 1, 8, 9, 9, 10. So as you can see, I hope it's visible. My screen is, I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of visible, but it says like 78 priority 1, and then 33 priority 8, and then 526 priority 9, and 12 priority 9, and 12 priority 10. So it works perfectly. Yes. And every 5 of them are added. So yeah, we're done with question 1. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next part. So yeah, bye. And please